I'm Eric the Travel Guy. Fantastic experiences await you just beyond your own backyard. So join me for the next 30 minutes as we learn more about and explore Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. My name is Eric Hastings. Yeah, that's me. And for as long as I can remember, I've always loved to travel. And I still do today. Airlines, hotels, cruises, new places, delicious food, I love all of it. And that's why I've been traveling the world professionally for more than a decade. But what troubles me these days is that Americans are leaving paid vacation time on the table each year at an alarming rate. Well, I want to help fix that. So please consider this a personal invitation to join me each week on my mission to get you traveling more than ever before. Because while the world is a pretty big place to explore, your next vacation is waiting to be discovered not just around the globe, but perhaps just around the corner. Let me introduce you to the places, people, and secrets I've discovered that remind me just how exciting it is to be alive, and hopefully will inspire you to get out of the house and into your next great adventure. I am Eric the Travel Guy, and this is Beyond Your Backyard. Thank you for watching, and welcome back to Pennsylvania, a state filled with a multitude of experiences. We're talking big cities, rich farmland, and gorgeous vistas. Today, we're in Gettysburg, a town rich with history. But this is going to be a phenomenal episode because we're going to show you the Gettysburg that's bound to surprise you. We'll get on the battlefield where more than 50,000 men were lost, injured, or went missing during the Civil War. We'll walk in the exact footprints of our 16th president, but we'll also learn how Gettysburg is evolving beyond its prominent place in American history. Let's get started. To help you get your geographic bearings, we've got our trusty map here. Ooh, that's a nice map. Now, before we go any further, remember, Pennsylvania became the second state in the U.S. by ratifying the Constitution on December 12, 1787. But as a political entity, Pennsylvania began in 1681, when William Penn received a charter from King Charles II. Now, it's worth noting, Native American tribes had been on this land for what some archaeologists believe for thousands of years prior. Now, the borders of Pennsylvania were essentially established around the late 1700s. Had the outcome of history gone another way, we could have had two states, including Pennsylvania and Westsylvania. But that's a discussion for another episode. Getting back to today, Gettysburg is located here, about a 45 minutes drive south from the state capital of Harrisburg, along State Route 15. With a relatively small year-round population, Gettysburg is the county seat of Adams County. This is a four-season destination, and the locals love the outdoors. Thousands of visitors flock here to see living history from both the colonial period and the Civil War era. You'll love walking in the quaint downtown, shopping for souvenirs, eating in the diners, coffee shops, bars, and restaurants. They even have a farmer's market. Some stay downtown at the Gettysburg Hotel, but what you won't find is big skyscrapers here. In addition to history, visitors come year-round for ghost tours and to explore the great outdoors. But they also come for farm-to-table culinary offerings, wineries and cideries. Gettysburgians love their cider. So I decided to learn why Gettysburg and Adams County is the place for cider by visiting with Ben Wenk of Plowman Cider at Three Springs Farm. Nice place you got here. What do you have, 500 acres here?
A little short of 500 acres, 450 or so, yeah.
Oh my gosh, and seventh generation?
Seventh generation to farm in the area, yeah.
And we're talking primarily apples,
Yep.
right? A lot of apples. What kind of apples are you growing out here?
At least 50 varieties last time I stopped to count. Apples for grocery stores, apples for products like apple sauce and apple juice.
Right.
And then apples for making alcoholic cider as well.
Which is, frankly, my favorite. But did I understand this correctly? Did you say that you can trace back any Macintosh apple you pick up, you can pretty much figure out what tree it came from? What are you talking about? That's crazy.
Sure. So all apples that are in commercial orchards are really kind of two organisms grafted together. You have a root stock, and then you have the scion, or the variety that you're trying to grow, and all of those varieties are kind of propagated and reproduced by cuttings. So they're all genetically similar. They all have to be cut from an existing tree of that variety and then grafted by your nurseryman onto a rootstock, and the rootstock kind of controls how that tree grows, to what size, what height, how it branches, different diseases and pests it might be more or less susceptible to.
Right.
A variety of things.